Welcome to my channel. This is Darcy's Misadventures with Mixed Media, and I wanted to do a little experiment. And so I've got my tracing paper. We're going to do like what Gail Agostinelli does with our tracing paper strips. And I'm going to do one using like the more expensive products like Tim Holtz and vintage papers and stuff like that. And the other one I'm going to use just with inexpensive stamps and scrapbook paper, stuff like that, and see if one's better than the other. I don't know. What do you think? So let's get started. Oh, and Seth Apter would also be the expensive ones, right? So let me get, let's see. Well, all my stuff is over here. My Tim Holtz stuff and Seth Apter stuff. So the right side is going to be the bougie one. We'll call it bougie. And this one will be the cheap one, which will have like, let's see, this one was one I got on Amazon that was pretty cheap. This one is actually one that I got at the thrift store. What other ones do I have that are good background ones that are nice and cheap? That one was actually a cheap one. It was fairly cheap. I don't know if it was like the cheapest, but it's a possibility. But I am going to start probably with like try to go similar. So we have grid and we have this crisscross pattern type of a thing. And should I use different inks or same inks? That's the question. Do I want to put color in the background? Alright, so I don't know that one is more expensive than the other. So I'll use Memento. They're probably both expensive. And the archival. So these should both be permanent. That way I'm, still, oh my goodness, the sun is in my eyes. I'm going blind. I cannot see. Let's grab something I can put on the back here while I stamp it. If you saw my last video, it was doing the markers and stuff. And then I forgot about alcohol markers, so I went and tried alcohol markers, which I don't think you have as much. I think I need more. I think I need something with better. My ink is not wet enough, I think. So much for more expensive, especially if you use one that you use all the time. Like, I don't know where stuff, there we go. That's better. That's more better. Okay. What was I saying? Oh, and then I want to suggest doing swatches if you're going to use markers, whatever, colored pencils to do your black and white. Yep, I'm all over the place. All right. Oh my goodness. Let's just do this. So I believe that Gail starts out with some stamping on the background. I think she usually uses a couple. Okay. And now my paper has stuff all over it, so now you can't see what we're doing. And then, what's next? Oh, a little more stamping. Let's do some circles. I'm going to keep the same color, though. So this was, I don't know, somebody gave it to me or something. Okay, and circles over here with the Tim Holtz, or actually this kind of has round. Wanted to do some Seth Apter ones too. I mean, they may be a different style because they are, oh, I love that. Isn't that fun? And I don't have to do the same thing all the way up, but And then I might just add a little bit of polka dots. And since we have that fun design on there, I might add a little paisley to the other one. There we go. Oh, a little down here. I know, it's not all going to show, so might as well cover as much as we can, right? And a little bit of the paisley, flower here or there maybe. So I hope everyone is doing well. Have you made these before? I've actually, surprisingly, sometimes I like to do it this way because I can kind of find the empty spots and just press there. That's kind of a cool thing about tissue paper, isn't it? Tracing paper. All right, so there's our background. Got our bougie and our, can we even see? Well, we'll show the whole thing at the end. I can't reach the other curtain. So I'm going to stay blind here. Of course, if you want to go really cheap, you could use bubble wrap if you have that on hand. Okay, next layer is paper. Scraps. Okay, this is gel plate paper. It's going to be the continuity. There's going to be a little bit of this on each one. That way, you know, because you could do this whether you're bougie or not. You can paint on paper. And chances are that I might, well, this is more opaque paint, so there's a good chance that it's more in the way of the cheaper paints, or I buy them on sale, so I don't know. But that will be my little bit of continuity between the two. So, I know, I could keep that extra layer of white. There's nothing wrong with it. I might. Here, how about, we'll keep the white on this one for, that's for, okay, and then I have digitals, and so I got bougie paper over here. I've got a little bit of stuff that I ordered from Rachel. Roxy Creation. Should have taken off my edge first so I could put numbers on it, but so, you know, there's some bougie paper for you right there. Definitely want to save that bottom part to stamp on later in my life. And authentic music page. I mean, it's from a lesson book. It's not all that special. I did get it at the thrift store, but you know, it's not something everybody can get and find, I guess would be what I'm saying. And then I'll have another pop of color because I've got some digitals. Just ripping up paper. So I tried to get pieces that were, you know, similar color-wise. All right, we'll glue those down in a minute. And then here I've got some map page that I doodled. Of course, you know, that makes it a little bit more special because I did doodle on it, but that's all right. But that's the thing. Cheap doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, you put the work into it. It might be cheap, but then you put the work into it. And then since I have the paisley on there and I have this page that my friend gave me, I thought, well, why not? And then we have this scrapbook paper, music, because that, you know, that's something anybody can get anywhere. So get a couple pieces of that. And I know I have a ruler here somewhere. Gonna use just a regular straight ruler, not a deckled ruler. Well, I would if I could find it. Alright, we're just gonna have to tear it. So this was paper from a calendar, I guess, that my friend sent me. So I thought that might be cute. And I could even use like these pieces too. Might be really cute too. All right, let's start gluing some stuff down. Gluing it down. I've got more digitals and whatnot than I need, obviously. Of course, why wouldn't I? Glue? I mean, I've got so much glue, it shouldn't be that hard to find. And then, oh, a little bit of book page on this side. We have map page, is kind of, that's one of our color pages, so just put a little bit of this on here. Hope there's no bad words on it. Or really weird words. There we go. And then I got more paper on that side now. It's alright. I've got stuff I can add here if I so choose. Did I say I hope everybody's doing well? I could ink this first, but kind of don't feel like it. And I'm good with things, well, I don't know. Do I want things to go that? I'm kind of making it go off the edge because I like the stamp so well, but we won't go that far off the edge. There we go. And Gail usually does these in sections of 3. My paper seems longer for some reason. Don't know why. So I might be a little more, when I put my pictures on, that's when I might be less random about it. We'll see. So just gluing the things on, just using some, let's see, some art, I mean not art, just glue stick. Glue stick, glue stick. I mean, honestly, I think they're both will look good. I don't think that it matters how much you pay for stuff. I think it matters more, you know, that you just do what makes you happy. You know what I'm saying? All right, do I need a little bit of something here? Maybe a little bit more of this. And did I have another piece of music page? Did I just hit you? Let me make sure that it didn't just hit you. Oh, okay. Yes, I do have another piece of music page that I could use. Except I think I want something down there. I think I probably have plenty up here. But now I have that music page, so. Putting on way more paper than I think Gail puts on. Just saying. A little more book page. There we go. We got this book page. I think it's from an Italian dictionary, I think. Yeah, maybe not put the old page on the, yeah, I like that one. Not put the vintage / possibly antique page on the sticky paper. That's what I'm trying to say. Alright, so that one has stuff on it. Let's move that out of our way for a minute. I throw things, I'm aware. Alright, since I don't know what the words on these are, I will probably put them more to the bottom layer. I mean not the, you know what I mean? The base layer. It's all about that base. And a little bit of color here and there. Ooh. Well, you might recognize the map if you watched my when I did the Junk Journal January. I had the map for that. Yeah, see, painty paper, that you can, you know, with whatever paints you've got, you don't have to have a gel plate even. I mean, that was just from pickups and whatnot. Wasn't even something I was trying for, so. But if you like a grungy look, like I do, it works nicely for that. Like I said, I've not made these before, so maybe it doesn't matter what I use. Maybe I need more practice to be able to try and do something like this. Okay. And then Gail usually puts on a stamped image. I don't know if I have. I might do some labels on this side, but I'm going to do these over here. Some of them, because I think that they're kind of cool. And might work kind of like a label would. Oh yeah, sometimes she does labels. Let's grab out some labels, and I might just use some fussy cut images. We'll see what they look like. It's really hard to compare because, you know, you don't have the exact supplies, but I thought it might be fun just to sort of kind of compare. I think my point is I want to make sure people know it doesn't matter how much you spent on something. I think I already said this. Just have fun with it and do what makes you happy. Let me find some fussy cut images and some labels. Okay, size is what matters here. You don't want to go too big. So on this side, I have like some fussy cuts from books, or like this is from the back of a calendar. This one's from a book. So if I use this one, it's going to cover up a lot, where this one covers up a lot less. I think I can get 4 from this. So I'm going to try that. Might be able to get that bird on there. All right, and then this one, I've got printables, digitals, which gives me a little bit more leeway. Like maybe I have a little pop of blue coming up on this side as well as that side. Or let's see. Kind of wish that was aimed going the other direction, but that's all right. And then what else? Could do a pop of red. We've got Roxy's label here, which would be fun to use somewhere. It actually would be perfect over there. Just saying. So I might want to add some little bit of red here, because red and blue is good together. And so you gotta think about size. Those are a little bit big, but I really like them with the blues. So I might keep that like that. And then, whoops, got another little, maybe not there. See, and then also you got to be careful not to like overdo things, because that's like super easy to do. All right, got a couple more pieces I think I want to add on here. Oh, that would be cute with that, with the color. All right, and a label, don't need that. That's got blue. All right, I'm gonna start gluing stuff down and see where we end up. Got a couple extra little pieces here. I think this one might have actually, I know I lost a flower off of something, so I'm thinking that might actually be from a book. I'm not sure. All right. I'm actually gonna go over here with that. Go off the page a little bit. Yep, I put things down, I audition them, and then I do something totally different. Because that's apparently what I do. Yeah. I'm going to turn that so that that stained part is the part that gets cut off. And if it's straight, that'd be nice. And the coffee cup. Oh, this. They're a little too tall though, so we're gonna bring them down a little bit. And a coffee cup, because that's what was in my stash. That's if you're wondering why I chose certain things, it's just because it was there. Now I don't want to line up my coffee cup with that line, because if you line things up, that's where your eye's gonna go. I think that's why I don't want to. I don't know the exact reason. There's a reason, but it's my personal preference as well. Let's this way. Okay, I can actually come down a little further now because I made my thing shorter. This was, I just printed it on the back of some other paper that I knew I wasn't, oh, why? And can we do that one? Here, that way. Whichever one it ends up on, it'll look good with. My fingers are a little bit, oh, what's the word? They're getting a little bit sticky. Peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly time. Time to get messy time. Mushrooms are a little big for this tint, possibly, but I don't care. I just like them with this color. Did I say that already? Probably. I tend to repeat myself. I would apologize, but that's just who I am. Can't change who I am for the masses, since the masses don't watch me anyway. Alright, so there's the one set. And then over here, we have our cute little paisley bits, which I'm going to put on here. And a little yellow flower, because green and blue and yellow is just a delightful little look. And see, I think we could fit more stuff on this one. That's the thing, but we don't want to overdo it either. I was thinking of putting him with that flower. That flower I think is too big. Does anybody know what happened? And that one's too small. This one seems to be a decent size. If I wanted to use this one, I would probably cut off these flowers here and just have the one flower. But purple's not really where we're going anyway. I kind of liked the kingfisher here with this. And have him kind of going off the page a little bit. Does he want a heart though? That's the thing. Now the duck, oh, they might want a heart. Let's do them with a heart. And then Gail does the splatters, right? I do have a splatter stamp, or I could just splatter. This is from the back of the calendar, so I can leave it just kind of hanging off there, and it'll be plenty strong enough. Oh, here it is. I know, they probably would have been cuter if I'd cut them out. Whoops, he's at the door. Knock, knock, knocking at someone's door. No, there's no pink on that anyway. Or the bird, which one? Could go sideways with him. And that way, I can put it on like a pocket. So that's an option too. And then his head kind of shows, and his tail can kind of not coordinate, but flow with that a little bit. Let's see. I know, I feel like I need more. He's so cute. I just want to put him on there because he's just so cute. A little more color. You want to make sure you don't have any orphans. That's the important part. Like if you have like papers that aren't attached to anything, that would be sort of like an orphan. All right, so now let me find just a couple collage bases, or I got some unfinished. Here it is. That one's just inked and stamped. And you know what? These are Project Life cards. Let's try a couple on those. I think that one will work on there. I tend to tear mine if I'm able to. I kind of wanted to leave that on there. And I'm going to leave that hanging off, I think, because I think I would like that. So, and inking. I think I would like to ink as well. Inking is totally optional on all your stuff. And I did not do the splatters. I actually just don't feel like doing the splatters. And I've lost all my inking that's under there. I've totally lost. Let me just do a tiny bit. Where is it? On top. Tiny bit of something. What? I don't know. Maybe even just a little bit of, just to bring that around. All right. Well, could even do that on this a little bit. There you go. And glue that on there. On the back, it looks pretty cool. I've just lost all the stamping. Told you, this is my first. I've not done these before in this way. I've done them as like a collage bit. All right, now let's do one of the other ones. I like the bird, so let's see about getting the bird on here. And where'd the cover to my ink go? Don't know. There it is. I'll do a little inking with this brown if it's not too dark. Yep, I covered so much that I don't have that stamping I put in the background anymore. Well, a little bit maybe. So, let me find the card I want to put this on. Not metal. Not black. That's interesting, but too light. Cork. Oh, that's kind of cool. Does make it a little bit busy, because it does show through a little bit, but a bird on a fence kind of works, or on the rocks. Color-wise, it might work on that. That's just gessoed. I'm going to do them on the fence. And since I lost all my stamping on there, I'm just going to put a little bit of, like, maybe a flower. Like that. And another flower. Like that. I don't know, just something. Some kind of interest on there. I'm not sure if he's big enough. That's the problem. So I'm going to bring in a little bit more of this map page, I think. Just underneath, layer underneath. That's what I'm going to do. In case you're wondering what to do, if you know your card is bigger, you want to use it, but it's bigger, you can just add some upside down doodled map. Yes, it's upside down. Okay, so I need to leave more space the next time I make these, apparently. So, can you even tell which one is the bougie and which one is the one made with more cheap or easier to get items. Because sometimes it's not about being less expensive. Sometimes it's about being easier to find. Also, I've already lost the other strip. The other, I've lost it. Oh, here it is. Okay, here we go. The other two are already separated. Let's separate that too. Let's see. But, you know, whatever you put them on, they'll look really cute. I just don't feel like doing it right this minute because I think this video might be long enough. All right. See, I can mix them up. You don't know which was which. You can't tell. So work with what you've got. Work with what you can find. I think that was my point in this whole thing. Hope you guys have a delightful day. Love you.